Morning, everybody. Ken Massia here, your local mortgage expert, with some news that affects interest rates and the economy. So, this week is chock full of important reports that will impact or could have an impact on mortgage rates. And I think that the potential for volatility this week is high. Okay, so right now I'm recommending my clients who are starting transactions to get a rate locked in. Okay, so it's a good time to lock in an interest rate right now. And the possibility of rates rising is higher than them falling. All right, this week, one of the first things that we learned was we got the employment cost index, okay, for the first quarter. And actually, it's a year over year, employment costs have risen almost 3%. What does that mean? That means employers are paying their employees more money. That's a good thing, okay? Why? Because then people have more money to spend. More money to spend makes the economy grow. And then they have housing market grows too. The thing that can happen there is all that growth can cause inflation, which could push mortgage rates up. Okay, so employment wage gains are growing much more rapidly right now than they have in the past. The other thing that we saw this week so far is consumer confidence. The consumer confidence index increased to 129 from 124 last month. Okay, and then in the housing market, which we know is booming, all right, the National Association of Realtors reported recently that pending home sales this month, April, were up 3.8% over last month. Okay, so home sales are up and trending higher. The spring market is in force, and so things are going great in the housing market. As we all know, here in Michigan, the housing market is on fire. All right, and home sellers are realizing sizable return on their investments. A recent study showed that people who sold their homes in the first quarter realized an average gain of 31% on their investment in the house, with putting an average amount of money of $57,000 in their pockets from the sale of the house. So that's fantastic news there too. People that have owned real estate over the last 10 years have been making a lot of money on it. A full 59% of the 129 metro area real estate markets analyzed are now showing sales prices that are higher than pre-recession levels. So homes are selling in many markets higher than they've ever sold for in the past. Okay, so the housing market is doing great. The other thing that we've got this week is tomorrow the Federal Open Market Committee, which is the Federal Reserve Board, is meeting to discuss the direction of interest rates, okay? They could decide to raise the federal funds rate tomorrow, but nobody expects that to occur. Okay, the Federal Reserve is kind of standing pat now on interest rates. As long as we don't see too much inflation, that should continue. The thing about the meeting is, though, that they are going to be releasing a statement after the meeting, and the statement is really reviewed by the marketplace. Okay, so as long as the Federal Reserve continues to sound like they're going to hold pat on interest rates, we should see mortgage rates staying reasonably stable. However, like I said, there is a volatility in the marketplace right now because there's a lot of news being released, and most of it is showing that the economy is moving faster than people thought, and that can cause rates to rise. Okay, so that's the week of mortgage rates for you. I hope everyone is doing great, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.